everybody. Good Friday. Hope, well, it's not Good Friday, but it's a
Yeah.
good Friday. Uh, we're going to have a good time today. Going to have an even better weekend. Going to get a lot of stuff done here around the apartment. That's funny. Apartment.
Hey, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds productive.
It does. I already got a lot done this morning,
Oh, yeah?
believe it or not. Yeah. Made a list on what we need and pipe dreams about what I want and got my, like I was telling you before the show, I got my eye on this computer desk.
Uh,
But we got a nice size uh, master bedroom. So the bed and this desk, and there would still be plenty of room in there. But it's
mm,
just pulling a trigger to spend the money on it.
no, I know how that goes.
But it's not big money. I mean, it's only like 170. What was it, Bassman? $160,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. But yeah, I'll get one eventually. I told Bassman, I said, this is what I want. And I showed him this nice big L-shaped desk where you can put your desktop here and your laptop here. And it's got a shelf all the way around the top of it. It'd be perfect for coin
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And it even comes with uh, a, uh, a filing cabinet and a place for your printer, a place to hang your headphones, a little trolley for the
Mm-hmm.
desktop uh, tower and everything. And I was like, yeah, that's what I need. And I was like, yeah, I'll probably end up with this. And I showed him like this little card table thing that was just big enough for a laptop. So that's what I'll end up with.
Made out of press wood.
Yeah, really, really like the $30 desk. The one that's got 500 pieces and 800 screws, but
Yeah.
you're still missing screws from the factory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then there are those couple of other screws that they throw in just in case you lose one.
Yeah, because you always lose one.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there, but it's missing. It's MIA. You never know where it's at.
Yeah.
So how you gentlemen feeling this morning, Mr. Kevin?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you, Tiny?
Shoulder's giving me some aggravation where I've been doing a lot with it, but it'll be all right. How you feeling this morning, Bass Man?
I'm doing okay. I got to
Nice.
go and get my new lower teeth fixed or fitted. They're making the wax impression for them. So I'm going to get new lowers. The upper ones work great, but the lower ones too crooked. And
Yeah, they tried to argue with, not to tell your story for you, Bass Man, but they argued with him yesterday. His teeth go together, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like they should, but they're like this.
yep. The
This
left side goes all the way up and touches the teeth above it. But the other side, I can stick my tongue over the top of it and down, between it goes over the bottom teeth and comes down and sticks out from under the top ones. And and it's about 3 teeth on the lower right, and they're just too far back in there. They didn't want to fix it. They were going to grind the teeth down on the back a little bit to make them fit. And I said, you grind that thing all day, that thing ain't going to fix it. And I stood there and explained it.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally he took a teeth and pulled them in together. And he goes, oh, let's see, they work real good. And he's standing there holding them in his hand. Yeah, they look real good when you're holding them in your hand, putting them right together like they go.
Yeah.
I put them in my mouth on my gums, and you'll notice they don't fit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they finally agreed and remade the bottom one. But,
well, at least they're going to get them fixed for you.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and say hello to the fine folks that are in here this morning. 11 folks, 11 of the most important people that come in here every day. Want to say good morning to you folks. TGIF, going to have a great day, going to have a great weekend. But we will start off with good buddy of mine. Great channel to check out. Very informative channel. Does a lot of nasty things to. I'm never going to label it. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Seagriller Stacker at the beginning of his intro to his videos, he has a handful of Constitution. I'm like, yeah, he's going to show his Constitution. All of a sudden, he just goes like this and dumps it out on the table. It's like, I'm like, oh, it's already kind of slick. Why make it worse? I mean, now I know he only done it one time and he videoed it. But in my mind, he's doing it over and over and over.
And then when we said something about it, he changed the video and ran it in reverse. So now it drops them and then picks them back.
Yeah. Seagriller Stacker, folks, member of the channel, saying happy Friday, y'all. Good morning, buddy.
Another Californian. We have Mr. S.F. Kim Rush. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good to see you. Mr. Scott S., member of the channel for at least a month, was donated by the original member of the channel, Mr. Red Silver. Good morning, Mr. Scott S. What's that say? Still can't believe where I live. Wants problems in all Bay is the Bay Area is the best. Yes, they have the Golden State Warriors there.
Man, you know what? We're getting a whole lot of people from California today because we got Miss Amy.
Right, Miss Amy Harrow, member of the channel, right off the bat, and also a moderator of the channel. That's why she's not green, folks, because she's blue.
Go blue.
That's right. She's a moderator for me. It was a no-brainer. Whenever I picked up moderators to start with, Bassman guaranteed definitely first moderator ever. Had to have the Bassman. He's the best thing I've ever done on YouTube. Then Miss Amy, 55 Chevy. And I think that's just about it. Mr. Kevin is a moderator on the channel. But that's just about it. I'm not a big moderator type guy.
It's like I told someone before. I mean, if everybody's a moderator, nobody is.
That's right.
You can't moderate the moderators.
That's right. Mr. Silvergator. Hi, how y'all are? I'm so glad for me to see you. I guarantee. Good morning, Gator.
Oh. Bassman, what you gonna do when he's coming for you?
Start his lawnmower for him. He's having problems with his lawnmower.
And let me tell y'all, you get a big lawnmower, you got to remember some point in time you got to push that thing.
Yep.
It was all my son and I could do to push it up through the grass up to the up the little sloping backyard to the house.
Mrs. Bassman got him a big zero turn. That's what she did.
Yeah.
Gee Usury also got one of those channel memberships that was donated by Red Silver. Good morning, Mr. Gee Usury, saying great morning all. I like it. Mr. Scott says, I bought a dining room shelf the other day. Has no hardware on the bottom. All you see is the shelf. Very cool. Oh, it's one of those floating shelves. I like those. I like those. Those are cool.
Well, no Ozzy, but yo, fan.
Madam Marcel. Yo, fan. Can you hear her coming down the steps? Here she is. Hey, get there. Come on, up here.
You even got her from upstairs.
Up. Oh, she's excited, though. She loves this place, man. She loves the steps. She's up and down the steps. She skips 3 or 4 steps going up, and on the way down, she hits every step, and that butt's just a wiggling like looks like a duck walking down the stairs. Morning, young fan.
Kind of like a slinky going down the steps.
Yeah. Mr. Bill Driscoll, good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. longtime friend of ours here at the channel, and mine and Bassman's, of course.
KG Coins. Hello, saying hello to everybody. It's hello all. Hope you and Miss Smile are having fun there this morning.
Hey, here's a name. Kevin Hawthorne. Kevin, that's a good name, isn't it, Mr. Kevin?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why that's a good name, Mr. Kevin.
I have some appreciation for it, yeah.
Yeah. How many times can I say Mr. Kevin and get away with it before somebody tells me to shut up?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning from Lakeland, Florida.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good to see you. Glad you found the channel. I believe you might like it here. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me speaking words of wisdom. I like that. That's
Well, let it be.
yeah. That's what I was getting ready to say. So, any coin shows this weekend, Mr. Kevin?
This weekend on Sunday, I have the Redford Coin Show in Livonia, Michigan, here in the Detroit area. It's the monthly show that they have on the last Sunday of the month. And it's normally a pretty good show. I only get to put out about half of my wares because I don't have supplies at this show. But I mean, still get to see a lot of good folks. Get to do a lot of good buying, a lot of good selling, and it's really good show.
Nice. Is it a bigger show, a medium-sized show,
There's about
more intimate?
It's a little bit bigger. It has about 40 something vendors at it, and
Nice.
actually we've been growing. So, this hall is a lot bigger than what we used to have. So pretty much, we got to add in spaces in there.
Nice.
Scott S. Do they have any shows near Benton Harbor or St. Joe? Probably the closest one for you is going to be the Grand Rapids shows. They're on the second Saturday of every month, but that's probably still a little bit of a drive for you. I know that we were trying to have one in Michigan City, but that venue fell through a while back.
Oh, wow. That's horrible. It seems like it's always one of those things, especially with, coin related venues. They let you do it for so many years and they're like, okay, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. And then one or two shows, it's not as big and as packed as they think it should be. And then they're like, we're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
If you're going to allow a coin club or an organization that does coins come into your venue, give them a chance. I've heard and you could probably attest to this. I've heard and seen so many times, especially in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, coin shows that I used to go to a lot. It seemed like every year they were changing venues because they would have 2 years of so-so, and then like the VFW hall would say, oh, well, you're not getting as many people. Well, what? I mean, honestly, what does it matter to you?
Exactly.
Because you're getting the rent up front.
Exactly. You're still getting your money.
You're still getting your money. Oh, but we want 300 people circulating through here, and in a 3-hour time. Well, that's a lot of people for a coin show.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's a lot, especially a smaller venue like a VFW hall, that's, 100 by 50. You get 20 tables in there, and
you're
50
full.
With 50 people in there, you're getting tight quarters.
Yeah.
Like the Milton, West Virginia coin shows in a VFW hall. Kid you not, they have at least 50 vendors, and this room is less than 800 square feet. Ask Mr. Daniel about it. I turned sideways to go through between the tables. I mean, I'm a big, I'm a large mammal, but I have to turn sideways when somebody's standing at this table and somebody's standing at this table. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry.
No, yeah, that's tight quarters for anybody.
Right, but they've been doing it there like that for years. And there's other buildings around there. City Hall has a basketball court.
Oh, yeah, but how much are they renting that basketball court out for?
True.
I mean, some places they're locked into their venue because of economical reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of coin shows out there that right now they're recently the coin shows have all been going up by about $5 to $10 a table, especially out here. But we've been enhancing security at our coin shows lately. And hey, we'll pay an extra $5 in order to have a police presence outside during
absolutely
setup and tear down. We have no problem with that.
And I'm sure being a coin dealer yourself, you wouldn't mind paying an extra $10, $15 for a better venue.
Oh, yes.
They're thinking, oh, okay, we want to keep it to, let's just say $50 a table, which, that's a really good deal for a table.
Yeah.
But we'll say, yeah, we want to keep it at like $50 a table because our rent is, let's just say $300 for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why not pay $400 and an extra $10 a table? And you could have more vendors because now you have a bigger space.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that just, 2 and 2 still equals 4 in every language, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm
well, except sure. Base 3, so. But we won't go there.
Yeah. Look who we got here, Mr. Kevin.
Oh, hello there, Miss Wendy Lady. Good morning,
Miss Wendy, member of the channel. Thank you very much, ma'am. Really appreciate you.
Now, Silver Gator was asking if there's any shows in Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo Coin Club has 2 coin shows every year.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I just like saying that name.
I want to say like May and not May.
June.
It's either the first weekend of March or April, and then the other one's November.
November. Oh, so they do the span there.
Well, they do a spring and they do a fall.
Ah, gotcha. For some reason, I was thinking there was one in Michigan that was in June that was a pretty big show that I went to one year.
Well, there used to be a Dealer's Choice coin show that used to be in Dearborn. They would hold it a couple times a year. I think one of those times was during the summer. The venue priced them out, and they couldn't hold the shows there anymore.
I heard something from Mr. Bassman.
So did I.
I think he's talking about going to a summer show.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Cincinnati, the Sharonville show, folks, is July 27th, 28th, and 29th, I believe is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, something like that in Sharonville, right outside of Cincinnati. They have at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have at least 5 hotels within 2 or 3 miles of. They have 2 hotels that's on the property of the Sharonville Convention Center.
Okay, and I have no idea what's going on there that weekend, but a lot of those hotels are booked up.
Right. So, I think there's a big game.
Yeah.
Got to think about the Reds playing too.
But
we have just so happened, and the stars aligned or whatever you want to call it, our luck finally came through. We have appointments that week. In Cincinnati at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. So we are going to be there for sure.
Oh, nice.
Without a doubt. So if you want to come out, Scott S., I know you're close. I know you were thinking about it last year.
Mm-hmm.
Smiles, and Mr. KG. You know how I put Smiles first, see, because,
well, we know who the boss is.
That's what I was going to say. I know who the boss is. Bassman, Mr. Kevin, and myself will all be at the Cincinnati show or the Sharonville show. once again this year.
Well, it is the Cincinnati Numismatic Society that does put it on. So
right. And maybe Daddy Paul will be up there again this year. I know Compton's going to be there this year again. Last year it was, we'll start out with KG and Smile Smiles, Mr. Kevin, Bassman, myself, Compton, Daddy Paul. The Durbans were there. Coin Op was there. Coin Op's son-in-law was there doing live stream the entire show.
Mm-hmm.
RC Pops was there.
Coin Help
You was Mr. Daniel was there. Mr. Daniel actually sold Bassman his first coin that he ever bought from a coin show. And it was the 1909.
Yep.
Lincoln Center. Wasn't the VDB, wasn't the big S VDB, but it was the 1909. But it was a good time. We had a bunch of people there. Couch Collectibles was there. Who else was there?
Yeah, they've been doing YouTube meet and greets there for the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. Big T was there one time. I've seen Pizza Guy and Cherie Ward there. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of people that come on out for that show.
Mm.
And if anybody remembers, like John, I want to say his name was John Arbuckle. I know he passed about a year ago. But he was there 1 week before he left us.
Oh wow!
So
we've got a Zoey walking into frame, so I had to.
Gotta be careful.
She started walking across to the refrigerator, and she stopped and she looked at me. She looked at her computer screen. She looked at me and she looked at the computer screen.
Yes, I am here.
Never face reveal on accident.
What is it, baby?
Never gonna face reveal on accident. Never.
Yeah, she's never going to face reveal unless it's an accident. Don't want to pass this man up. Great channel, coin stuff I like. Good morning, friends. I'm traveling, so it will be a short visit for me today. Wishing you all well. Well, whether you're here or not, Mr. Wiles Palladino, because that's who coin stuff I like is Mr. Wiles Palladino. Great channel, very informative, and just like it says, he puts out coin stuff he likes. So, and they're very popular coins, you know, CCs and Morgans and Peace dollars and Ike dollars. Used to do a lot of stuff with Ike dollars. Has at least a 9-video series on Morgans. So
and the detail he goes into, I mean, it's stuff I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He researches for days. Have we had anybody else sneak in since I've been?
There's a couple of folks that are in here. I also see a couple of questions in there.
Point them out there, sir, because I'm at a loss here.
All right. Well, let's see here. Scott S. is asking Kevin, on average, what does a table cost? Really depends on the area you're in. Most areas you can get by at about $50 a table. I know like Toledo and some of the other smaller ones are around there. Detroit area, you see 60 to 70 a lot. Same with the Grand Rapids show. But they do make some deals for if you buy more than one table.
I wonder what the tables cost at the Sharonville show. Heard they were pretty expensive last year.
Well, they're 3-day tables, so you have to take that into account. But yeah, I want to say it's like $400 for the weekend. Actually, I can look that up.
Believe it or not, I mean, I know $400 is kind of sticker shock, and you're like, oh, that's for one table. But that's a 3-day show.
Exactly.
So, you know.
Pretty good crowd there.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You have, I'd say over the weekend, or well, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you have a couple thousand people that cycle through there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, they have a 6-foot center table, which means you're in the middle of a row. 6 foot is $300. An 8-foot center, so in the middle of a row, is $400. 8 foot to be up against the wall is $450. And then you start to really get crazy, and with the corners and the front corners and all that, trying to get premium spaces.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. So if you were to go for a 6 foot table in the middle of a row, what $300? That's $100 a day. That's a little more expensive than an average show, but you're also paying for them bringing the public to that show.
Right.
And
'Cause
that's where you have to add in your calculus.
And they really do the legwork when it comes to advertising for that show. I mean, they advertise the smoke out of that show.
Yes, sir.
But I've only been to two shows, but so I'm an expert.
So,
But that one there was very nice. It had plenty of room to maneuver between
mm-hmm.
and around tables and stuff. It had a concession stand of a sort back there in the back,
And it was pretty nice. It was, I mean, it was small, but they had a lot of, I mean, they even had sandwiches and hot dogs and,
oh, yeah.
Like sandwiches, hamburgers and Philly cheesesteaks and stuff like that. And you don't see a lot of that. You just usually get like
was
hand
nice,
food.
But it was a very small room, and the no concession of any type there. Now the thing they had is it was on a lake, and it's on the second floor, so you got windows all the way around the room, and they just got all the blinds up and everything, so you could see the lake and people out on the water, and so it was real nice. But like I say, that Cincinnati show, was the only thing I had against the Cincinnati show was the doors. Had 900 doors on the way out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one door coming in that was a mile away from the doors coming out. So any smokers or anything like that had to exit the building and then walk around
the building to get back in.
Yeah. SF Kim Rush says they'd bring their own table. Set up in the parking lot like a flea market.
Just set up in the middle of the aisle there.
Mm-hmm. Scott S., you're right. $400 for tables, maybe $400 for a hotel, $100 for food, and $20 for gas. That's over $900 for of coins you'd have to sell before you break even. Yeah. But a show like that, $900 is a drop in the bucket, my friend.
Yeah, and dealers have to add that into what they figure for the show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can say, yeah, I made $1,000 at the show, but if you have $900 in costs eating that up, and if that's $1,000 in sales, that's not net. I'm sorry, that's net. That's not profits.
Right. But I heard on average last year it was like $3,200 that dealers were making.
The guy that I sat so long at Cincinnati and looked at the pennies and whatnot.
Yeah.
He had one customer spend over $3,000 just on one case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These guys, if you have the big coins, they come in and look.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of show is where you bring out the big dogs.
Right. Yeah, those are the big gun shows there. Those are the $4,000 coins, and they're gone within the first 5 minutes of you selling it. So that $900, like I said, that's a drop in the bucket. I read somewhere that it was $3,200 average of a coin dealer making at that Cincinnati show. So I mean, you think of those little tables, the big tables, and everything averaged all together. I mean, that $900, it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, you make your scratch in that kind of a venue because they bring in the heavy customers.
Right. And a lot of them, they had that. What was I know the guy's name, Durbin.
Joe Durbin, Joe and
Mhm.
Diane Durbin.
He was
Lovely
just
people.
inside the door on the right there. And so when you came in, he greeted you, and
Yep.
he had a good layout there on the,
Oh yeah. Handing out them hockey pucks like they were
Yeah.
going out of style.
Mhm.
Oh, just see Griller Stacker. See Griller Stacker if you're still here. Last year, when I was at the Ronald McDonald House, there was some talk about me stealing Bassman's hockey puck.
yeah.
Bassman, when I sent you that package, what was in that package?
I don't think there was a hockey puck.
You're full of shit. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Dump button.
Sorry.
Where's that dump button at?
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
where's- yeah.
Good thing we're on the time delay.
Sorry.
No, but I did. I got my hockey puck back.
Yeah, he put his hockey puck in my my computer bag with his computer and stuff, and I forgot to get I'm not going to put it all on myself. We forgot to get his hockey puck out of my
Yeah, I
bag.
didn't even think about it. I got the computer back, but
Yeah. But yeah, I gave it back to him, C Griller, so you can
Mhm.
stand down. You can stand down.
yeah,
Zoe's stuff is the only stuff I steal now, I guess,
yeah,
from what he says.
yeah.
Compton, brother Compton,
Brother
here I am. Good to see you, buddy. Member of the channel, great friend of ours, really good guy. We were just talking about the Cincinnati show this
Yeah, his ears
year.
must have
Compton.
been
I'm
burning.
sure you're going to go. Yeah, he said he just realized what time it was. He almost forgot.
Yeah, I can't believe
Kevin Hawthorne, this is my 20th year working at the Citrus Connection bus terminal in Lakeland, Florida. That is impressive, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
Yeah,
impressive.
longevity like that, you don't see it nowadays.
Nope.
Most people are like a chessboard. They keep repositioning their pieces.
they just
Yeah.
they just use one job to
Go to another.
be experienced to find the next one.
Yeah. Filled the open 1929, 1930, 1932, and 33 spots in my Peace Dollar collection. Dan Carr just released some new products.
Ooh.
Nice. He says he may be making a 1979 Ike.
Hey now.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I had a scare here talking about filling a slot. I lost my 1914D cent and could not find that thing.
You know what I was going to, not to interrupt you, but you know what I was going to suggest? Just go to our coin software and look at the location to see where you put it.
I did, but I hadn't entered
Oh, did
that
you?
coin in. It was in the box. It was in the
Oh,
box that's getting the stuff to be entered.
oh, okay.
And
I'd mentioned it back on Wednesday, and
Right.
Bassman got all nervous.
I went to looking for it, and it wasn't in the bag that had the other pennies for the book. And I kept looking, and then I remembered I had a box that I'd put stuff in to get ready to enter into the computer, and that's where it was. And I was looking. The other problem I had was I wasn't sure if it was in a flip or not. But it
Oh.
was.
SF Kimmesh, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't talk about stuff like that here.
No.
It slips every once in a while. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm somewhat of a human. I'm a primate. I'm some sort of primate. So I make mistakes. The truth comes out. See,
Yeah.
Girl Stacker.
Well, that's like you can't. The moderators have to step in here and take care of things, but it's kind of hard when it's the channel owner type thing. You know?
I can say anything I want. Not that
I had that problem before at the channel because we didn't allow discussion of politics.
Yeah.
And but the problem was the worst person talking about him was
Was the owner of the channel. Yeah.
it was the owner.
I'm not going to get political, but the president this and the president that. And, yeah.
And
and
we
I'm
don't
like,
talk about, I know
and
we
we're
don't
like-
talk about politics, but we're
and I'm hammering on the keyboard, politics, no politics, no politics, no politics.
Yeah.
And he's reading them out loud. And, he's reading because he always read my messages out loud. He would read my messages out loud. And he would go, yeah, I know we don't talk about politics here. We don't swear here. We don't swear anything like that. But, I think this is pretty important. And I'm like, no politics, no religion.
There was no warning shot or anything for people that did it.
Mm-mm.
Right.
But yet he could do it and we couldn't stop him.
The only thing I could do was remind him of stuff.
Yeah.
You can't say that. We don't want to talk about that. I had to remind him when he was on channel. I'm not going to name his name, but it was a huge channel. It was 250,000 subscriber channel, and you guys will know who I'm talking about. It's where me and Bassman met.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the voice and the arms of it. And when we would get on, I'd say wedding ring. I'd have to remind him to take off his wedding ring. I'd have to remind him to take his medicine when he said he was hurt.
I never did understand that wedding ring thing, that he didn't want to wear the wedding ring.
He didn't want to scratch it up with the coins.
Oh, well, but he always forgot it.
He always forgot it. Yeah. Check out part 10 of his CC series. See, I was thinking it was a 9-part series. It's a 10-part series.
Dun, dun, dun.
In particular, the CC Mint coin bags. Yes, he got some CC Mint coin bags.
Oh.
They're reproductions, but they're just as nice as the originals. What they look like is they look like original bags, just plain bags.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody's put Carson City on
They
them.
put the stamp of Carson City.
Oh, they look gorgeous too. They look amazing.
Yeah.
Member of the channel, Mr. Robert Pintoff. Good morning, no politics. LOLOL. I heard someone got a CC Cole from Carson City from you. I got a CC Carson City from Mr. Coin Stuff I Like. Bassman got a CC.
Yes.
They were very nice. I mean, the detail is there. You can still see what's on the coin. Kind of a cull. Very beautiful constitutional silver. But it's a CC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a long way from the 84 CCs I had before, but I've got one in my collection thanks to Mr. Wiles Palladino, and I thank you, sir. Me and Zoey have a CC again. And it wasn't me. Yes, I agree. Unfortunately, politics and religion are two of the most interesting topics. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But they make enemies out of friends.
They make
like
things
that.
very divisive.
Yep. Yep. That seems to be two of the topic. Now I'm not going to go into each individual, but what I will say is that's two of the most important topics that will make an enemy out of a friend, that they just don't allow you to have your own opinion about.
Mm-hmm.
It's, me and Bassman never talk about religion. We've touched on politics. Me and Mr. Kevin don't talk about religion. Me and Mr. Kevin don't talk about politics. Because I don't know their views. They don't know my views. Well, Bassman knows some of my views. Yeah. But, there's good and bad in everything. There's good and bad in everyone. But
Right.
what's good and bad in one person's mind may not be the good or bad in someone else's mind.
Exactly.
So you got to take, how hard is it to look at somebody and say, I understand what you're saying. I understand your point of view. I understand your opinion. You're still my friend. I still love you like a brother. You know what I'm saying? You can't let, there's been people on Facebook that I've known for years, and messed up, and I put something on Facebook years ago that was my opinion, and somebody that had been friends with me for years. We've been through just about everything together. I mean, goods, bads, uglies. We've been, uglies. But we had been through everything together. And they messaged me and said, I don't think I can talk to you anymore because that's the way you look at things. And I'm like, really? It's like I changed your kids' diapers. They call me Uncle Tiny. You're like a brother to me. Your wife calls me your brother-in-law. We're tight. This shouldn't be anything. This is just another thing. Your favorite color is green. My favorite color is lime green. We like the same color, but lime green's not good enough for green. We got past it. It's just one of those stupid things that, why can't you look past this just because I have a opinion of my own that doesn't seem to be your opinion? Why should that matter? With friends, you argue about everything. Well, not, you don't argue about everything, but you have different views on everything, and you look at each other and go, okay, yeah, whatever.
But Scott S. is right. Whatever happened to, we can agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
I just tend not to talk about it because I really don't care.
Right.
You want to vote
for
somebody, vote for them. I don't care. And I don't need to discuss why you think you ought to vote for him. Or why you need to vote for mine. You make up your mind and vote.
Right.
Or go to the church you want. I don't need you to agree with what I believe or don't believe, or and so I just try to avoid the subjects altogether and talk about things that are we have in common that it's easier.
Yep, absolutely. I'll let you have your own opinion as long as even if it's wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly. That reminds me, I need to call C. Grower Stacker. I was going to call him the other day, and he sent me an email telling me that he doesn't answer his phone because it's me. But
see, you can't tell him ahead of time. He knows to screen it.
You have to let it go to voicemail at least like 6 times before you tell me, oh, I ain't gonna talk to you.
Pink hands on.
Well, hey, you know what? We haven't even said anything about this yet, but you know what, everybody? Why don't you go on ahead, hit that thumbs up, show the likey. YouTube needs to know who's boss, and it's right.
That's right. Yes, Mr. Pintoff, I'd like to have a nice little Charlotte C.
Yeah. You know what? I would like to have a D mint mark, but not it be from Denver.
Right.
Let's go for Delonica.
Yeah. Yep. Nothing beats an O. I wonder why he's partial to the O mint mark. New Orleans, maybe.
Delonica Compton.
Yep.
Hey, it's the one Southern mint that survived.
Yep. Just checking up here. Let's see. There was something that I seen a minute ago. Where did it go? That's right. That's why we hold our tongues until we burst. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. Tongues are bleeding.
Tongues are bleeding. My daughter is hard and liberal, and I'm conservative. We don't talk about politics. I love her as much as I do my other kids. Her opinion will never stop me from loving her. Amen. True that. Amen, brother. Compton, how true. There are a couple of memorable mints Kevin hit the other day. Yep. Yeah. None of us identify with our beloved hometown mint marks, just as C. Griller. 18 fine folks in here. Thank you for joining us on this fine Friday. Going to have a great weekend. Going to get a lot of stuff done here around the new place. I say it every once in a while, but I truly believe this. Do something that scares you. Get your adrenaline going. Let you know you're alive, because, you know, a lot of us are getting older. I mean, my demographic is 60 to 75. That's what my demographic is on this channel. From 60-year-old to 75, 80 is what is most of the people that watch my channel. And I love it. I think it's awesome. I mean, I'm only 47 years old. I say only, you know, because my body is like 112 years old. But do something that scares you, let you know you're still alive. I mean, I firmly believe in that philosophy. And I try to do something every day, whether, you know, mouth off to la la or something like that, you know, get the blood going, keep him
on his toes.
Keep me on my, you know, make sure your reflexes are still there, you know. Give her a little hush, or no, I ain't going to do that, you know, just see what's going to come at me.
Yeah, we don't want the bamboo wand to come out again.
Yeah, the back scratcher. She is deadly with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there with no picture one day, and I heard that thing hit. I knew that thing had hit bone. You can tell the difference. Hit him on the elbow.
See that shiny spot on the elbow?
That's not funny.
Usually, that's not. Oh, there's nothing funny about the funny bone. But I have a chip. I have a big chip in my elbow where I landed on the ground on concrete when I was wrestling and busted the tip off of my elbow. Well, it doesn't hurt most of the time, but she can just crack and catch that elbow just right, boy, and it sends shock all the way to my middle finger, and then just like lightning shooting out the tip of my middle finger.
I was sitting there that day, and he said something. I knew that was going to get the back scratcher for sure, and pow! It caught him right on the elbow.
It sounds like a 22 rifle going off.
Right.
Pow!
So wonder that
she'll look for it too.
Exists. She beats him with it.
Yeah.
Wear it out.
It's all in fun though. She
yeah, I tell you what, she thinks it's funny.
Yeah, I tell people this a lot, and it's true. You know how a long-term relationship always has that one argument or disagreement that changes the dynamic of it just a little bit? We've been together 20 years and we're still yet to have that argument or disagreement. I mean, I love her just as much today as the day that I married her, probably even more. Because for one, she puts up with me. 2, she's the most important thing in my life. She literally saved my life. And 3, she's pretty as all get out. So heights scare me. Stood on a chair yesterday. Does that count? As long as it got your blood a pumping. Give you that little, ooh. Should I be doing that? Yeah, that ooh.
Yeah, Robert Pintoff has the idea down there. He can't be doing those exciting things.
Yeah.
Me and him are of an age that you do that stuff, buddy. It could be your last. I don't go on roller coasters and things like that.
Oh, I will. As long as I fit, man, I'm going. I've mastered the art of standing up and putting the bar under my big belly and sitting down and locking the bar in.
Yeah.
And, they look at me kind of funny, and then they're like, why are you standing up? I was like, just go ahead and close the thing. You just go ahead and close the thing. You can't be standing up. Just watch. Trust me.
Yeah. If you don't stand up, the bar don't come down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But it works.
I got in the space ride thing down in Orlando, and I don't know who can get in them things.
They're tiny.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't. That thing was so tight and so small, and it didn't even go anywhere. It just moved. It was a simulator.
Uh-huh.
And you're supposed to feel like you're in a spaceship or something moving about. No. But they couldn't lock down the deal that held you in place. So I couldn't ride it.
I've been there, Scott S. Well, of course, I was born in Chicago, so of course I've been to the Sears Tower. Sears Tower has a platform you can walk on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can walk out on. Yep, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, Scott S. was mentioning the ANA earlier, talking about how outlandish some of those prices are. We actually have over in Chicago, CSNS is next weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking of going on Thursday and Friday. I was wondering, anybody else going to Central States?
That talking about walking out on that platform scaring you.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work on office equipment, and I went to a company that was in a building down in downtown Little Rock, Arkansas. And the outer walls of the building are glass, floor to ceiling. And I'm laying there working on the machine, and I roll back to my left. I was literally laying on the floor. It was a machine the size of a big desk. And I'm laying on the floor behind it, and I roll back to pick up a screwdriver or something. And I roll back toward that wall. When you're on that floor, it looks like the floor just goes there and ends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm laying there, and I roll back, just roll my head and saw that. I grabbed that machine so tight. That scared the fool out of me being up there on that, one of the biggest buildings in Little Rock, and I'm up near the top of it, and I thought I was rolling off the edge.
Hey, break out the soup and quackers. We got the Lucky Duck in the house. Quack, quack.
Good morning, Lucky Duck. Hey, look who it is. Can Collectibles. Hello, tiny numismatics, bass mans, coins making sense, and party people.
Ooh,
Great channel right there. Can Collectibles and the Coin Tribe do a lot of good for a lot of organizations, folks. You need to check out Can Collectibles. Has auctions on Mondays. Does what he calls the lounge, which is an open platform live streaming. Plays the guitar, sings some songs. I really like it when he plays the White Stripes because the White Stripes are the White Stripes. Does a lot of good for a lot of people. Him and Gunny's Quarter Deck do the Coin Tribe, and he's got some other folks that come up on the panel with him. They do a lot of good. They have auctions for one that stands out was Wounded Warrior Program. They do stuff for food banks. They bought stuff for food banks, and Gunny from Gunny's Quarter Deck has taken them to the shelters and stuff like that. They do. I can't say enough good things about them. That's right, with Tony Zampano. with Tony. I'm having a special Mother's Day fine jewelry auction tonight, folks. Friday night. What time is it there, Can? Let me try to make it if I can. I don't know. Got a lot of stuff to do here around the new place. Have to run. Have a great weekend, everyone. Scott S., you have a good one, buddy. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by, Can, and Lucky Duck. Of course, you know this guy. I don't even know why he bothers to show his face.
He's trouble, I hear.
Show his face.
He's not going to last till Thanksgiving.
No, he won't.
Then he'll be gone by Christmas. Then he'll be gone by New Year. And then he'll be gone by Easter. And bullshit. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. Tiny, thanks on me, buddy. Don't even have to say anything. But yeah, a lot of good channels in here. Cans, Coin Stuff I Like, Sea Griller Stacker. Lots of good channels coming here, man. Miss Wendy used to be Wendy's Pocket Change Finds. Does a lot of good stuff. Silver Gator used to do a lot of good stuff. Still has a lot of good stuff on his channel. Scott S. was doing some good stuff. Scott S. is actually starting to do silver pours, y'all. Silver pours.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I was supposed to get one of those silver pours in the mail. I never got it.
I got one, but I didn't get a certificate.
Yeah, Bassman and myself worked on his certificate of authenticity for him and his maker's mark. We designed his maker's mark for him. That'd be a good time to actually push that a little bit. Bassman and myself can actually come up with like logos and stuff for your, like the little circles out from your name. We've made a couple that are in here actually. Coin Stuff I Like. We made that one. Well, Bassman made it with my assistance.
Mine, yours, and Kevin's.
Ours, yep.
All three of ours.
The one in the corner up there.
This one right here, made that.
One on Bassman's logo there.
Yep, Bassman made that one. Bassman completely redid that. If you guys remember his original one had a fishing cap on with lures and stuff all over it, and the reel on the rod was upside down, and the hand was on. It was all messed up. He done all that. He redid all that. I mean, moved the tail on the fish, recolored it. He did everything on that thing. That one looks good. But yeah, it's about that time, gentlemen. We're at an hour.
Yes, we are.
Where does it go? I swear.
I run my mouth too long. Too
Okay.
much. That's what it is.
All right. Well, hey, I want to thank everybody for coming on out today. Been an excellent show. If you haven't done so already, thumbs up. Show that likey. Need to show YouTube who's boss. Beyond that, this weekend, I'll be at the Redford Coin Show in Livonia, Michigan. And we'll see you about next week. But for now, I'm Kevin from Coins Making Sense, your spot for the dissemination of information to the numismatic nation. Thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Yes, Can. I have that thingy. Yep. Become monetized once again. Last year, the first time I turned it down. The second time, I decided I'm going to take it. Every little bit helps, especially now since I just got paid for the second time in a year. So like I was saying, about every 6 months, I'll get paid because you have to have so much before they pay out. So I just got paid for the second time, and it came at the perfect time for us moving into the new apartment. So, thank you, Can, for that $5 super chat. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Well, another weekend is here, and we're all been gathered up and said our, hope we made our wishes for everybody to have a good weekend and everything. So I'm going to head out, and I'll see y'all Monday morning. Unless the creek rises or something, We'll be right back here again Monday. So till then, I'm wishing I was fishing. Bye.
Yoke fan, Sea Griller Stacker, absolutely Zoey Strong. You guys have a good weekend. Do something that scares you. Go check out Can Collectibles. Fine Jewelry Mother's Day auction tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.